Today I'm sharing 3 things you need to be doing at the end of each quarter if you own a business. Hey everyone, Craig here, and I'm a profit advisor and financial coach who loves helping small business owners take control of their finances so they can find some peace of mind both in their business and in their personal lives. Now, if you own a business, managing cash is a crazy beast, right? And so that's why I teach and help business owners implement a system called Profit First. This is where we take your money and we separate it up into bank accounts based on percentages. And we set money aside for profit, for your salary, for operating expenses, and some for taxes. Once a quarter, though, there is something that happens that we make a transition, and there's a couple check marks that we want to do with those accounts and some things we want to take care of. So 3 main things I want you to be doing at the end of each quarter. And if you're doing the Profit First system, it's going to make it 1,000 times easier because the money's already going to be there for you. Number 1 is taking a profit distribution. So with your money that's coming in throughout the quarter, a certain percentage should be going to that profit bank account. And as it's filling up, when the quarter ends, it's time to pay yourself a profit bonus. And so taking half of the money in that account and paying it out to you as a reward. This is your money to book a weekend getaway, buy something you've had your eye on or something you've been wanting to get for a while. Money to be enjoyed, not necessarily reinvested in the business. Now, the other 50% of it, the other half, can stay in as an emergency cushion, as retained earnings, just money on hand for the business in case you need it. But half of it goes to you as the business owner. So as the quarter comes to an end, be sure you're paying yourself that distribution. Number 2 is taxes, right? Quarterly tax estimates. So again, if you're doing the Profit First system, you have a tax account open, money is getting put over there. And so any quarterly estimates, payments you need to be making, this is the time to do it with that money that you've been saving in that tax account. And finally, once per quarter, you should be adjusting if you're still rolling out percentages. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, if you're new to doing Profit First or any new system, we don't want to jump in all into the percentages, that end goal, right? So, for example, if you're aiming for 10% in profit, well, you don't want to jump in and do 10% right away, especially if your business isn't in a place that it's been doing that, because you can feel a lot of pain. It's like trying to lose 30 pounds overnight. It's just not healthy. And so we want to slowly roll that out. And at the end of each quarter, that's your opportunity to tweak percentages. So maybe you start at 1% going to profit. And then at the next end of that quarter, you move it to 2 or 3%. And then at the end of that quarter, you move it to 4%, 5%. And just slowly, 1 to 2% at a time, roll it out. And so at the end of each quarter, you're shifting percentages. And so that same thing goes to those other accounts. Maybe your owner's pay account's moving up or down, your OPEX, etc. You're going to make those shifts so that over 4, 6, 8 quarters, you are then at a point where you are at those healthy percentages, and then you can sustain. Now, if you're already at those healthy percentages, quarterly is a great time to review and go back and say, okay, has my spending matched? Was there any point in this quarter where a red flag was flying in one of the accounts? We didn't have enough to do X, Y, or Z in one of these accounts, and make those adjustments. You can also look at your revenue and see, are we about to hit another tier, another threshold? Should we start moving toward those percentages now or later? All right, those are 3 things you should be doing every quarter. Now, this is what I specialize in. I help small business owners implement Profit First. I help them look at their systems, their processes, their margins, everything, their sales process, marketing, to help move those percentages to the healthy ones, and then also to help them grow both their top line and what we would call the bottom line, which in Profit First is really part of the top line as well, because we take it out first. If you are needing help with this, if what I'm talking about is kind of giving you some stress, or you don't have the money to pay yourself a distribution at the end of the quarter, let's change that. In the description below is a link for a free coaching session. We'll help you figure out your starting point, where you are today, so that you can start setting money aside, and that at the end of this next quarter, you'll be taking money home just like the rest of us. All right, guys, thanks for joining me. Are you using Profit First right now? Are you using some kind of system that pays you a quarterly bonus? Let us know in the comments box below. Be sure to subscribe, hit that like button, and I'll see you in the next video.